All right. So once you figure out your digestive issues and you have no need anymore for the digest tabs, go ahead and use them for your tomato plants, folks.
Yes.
Welcome to the Bottle Poppin' Podcast, where Meg and Heather share their love for oils, friendship, and entrepreneurship. Let's get it poppin'.
Hey, Heather, what are we popping open today?
We are popping open DigestZen, and this is the digestive blend. It comes in a couple of different formats. I have the oil bottle in front of me. I see you smelling it as well.
I smelled it real quick and then put the lid back on because I do not like the smell.
I don't love the smell, but this one works really well. What do you smell in it first?
The anise. So that black licorice, that's fennel.
It's fennel, which is in here. Yeah, it is not the first ingredient. So it's peppermint, coriander, ginger, caraway, cardamom, fennel, and anise. And I immediately smell the fennel too, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just such a strong smell. And that's definitely one of those things that people either love or hate. I feel like there's not very many people in the middle with that scent.
Yes. And however, this one is super effective. I honestly don't usually take the oil internally. It is safe to use internally, so I will go ahead and give it the roof of the mouth try. But this is one that I typically apply topically directly just onto my stomach.
Yeah. And I mean, this one, as much as I dislike the smell, it is so effective. So I do still have it. Based on your face, though, I should not be drinking it, tasting it.
Wow. It's a big no for me. Yeah, like I don't need to be taking this. But thank goodness that there are soft gels that exist in this one. So soft gels are traditionally 2 drops of the oil. This may have some other digestive blend ingredients in it.
I don't think it does.
No, it doesn't.
No. And this, I love this. So this is my preferred way to take it, is to take the soft gels because, I can't taste it and I still get all the benefit. But I will say it's not quite as fast as just rubbing the oil on your belly when you have digestive issues.
So that's good feedback because I feel like I get immediate results when I apply the oil topically. And so I haven't necessarily felt that I often need to take the soft gels. That said, it also comes in a third format, the digest tabs. Meg, I think you said you guys don't have these in your house, but my husband loves these, and I will hold up a little one here. Right before we came on, I said, hey, can you give me your review of these so that I don't have to try one? Because I already tried enough things. I don't necessarily want to try this too. So he was a long-term Tums user for years and years. And then when he learned about this product, he switched to this product. And so I said, okay, honest review. Do you like this better than Tums or not? And he said yes, because he said Tums he finds is too sweet and fruity. He said this has a mint flavor, and so it feels a lot more refreshing. He said it works really quickly for him, and he said it has a medium crunch, for anybody wondering, because I guess Tums has like a really hard one that feels like it's going to break your teeth, or ones that kind of dissolve in your mouth, and so he issued this one a medium crunch.
Interesting. Well, I appreciate the review. I will say, as a nutritionist, the reason we don't have it in our house is because this is not good for you. This is a better option than Tums for sure, but it's still calcium carbonate, which means it is reducing the acid in your stomach, which is why it's effective. Like that's what we want. That's what we want when we experience heartburn or anything like that, is we want the pain to go away. And this does reduce the pain, but it actually makes the issue worse. So long term, this is really like, if you've got heartburn, if you've got digestive issues, figure out the root cause. This isn't figuring out the root cause. This is creating a Band-Aid. And actually, in this case, it's not just a Band-Aid, but it is making the issue worse long term because it's reducing your body's ability to make the right amount of stomach acid. And, while I'm on the subject, this isn't oil related, but if you're drinking pH water, it does the exact same thing. People feel amazing on it because it's like drinking watered down Tums, but it is not good for you. Long term, it's going to make your body feel worse. And if you think...
Whoa. Hold on. Back up. Back up a second. So I've never purchased this thing, but I think I know what you're talking about. It's in the bottled water and it says something about pH on it. Okay, back up and tell me a little bit about what you're talking about and
Yeah.
then tell me why it's not good for us.
Well, and I'll say this as well. Like, I forgot that there is actually a brand called that. I'm not calling out that brand specifically, although at least they're more upfront with their labeling. But a lot of water now has stuff to make it more alkaline. And people are saying because like acidic body causes all kinds of major scary diseases, but making your stomach acid, which is the first, I mean, I guess your esophagus is the first thing it's going to touch, or your mouth, and then your esophagus. But even your mouth, like our mouth needs a certain amount of acidity. Our esophagus does, our stomach for sure does. And you're drinking something that neutralizes that acidity, that actually sets your body up for more danger in the long run. And so
Super
people
interesting.
are buying it because, yeah, you do feel better when you drink it, but it's actually causing long term more issues. And I've just recently had multiple people ask me about drinking alkaline water. So that's why it's top of mind. But it's the same thing. Tums, again, this is probably a better option than Tums, but long term, it's a sign that you've got something you need to address. And it's
Well,
going to make it worse.
and in his case, you have had this conversation with him before.
I mean, I wasn't going to call him out, but
That'll be an ongoing conversation there. But
Mhm.
if you need these in the immediate while you're figuring out your gut issues, then hopefully that's a better option than Tums.
You know what this would be really good for? And I mean, at least at the time of this recording, it's the perfect time to share this tip. But this would be great for gardening and specifically tomatoes. Tomatoes grow really well if you put something that has calcium carbonate in it in the ground next to the
What?
plant. Yeah, so use it for that. It would be amazing for that and way more natural than planting Tums around your tomato plants.
Meg, you are full of good tips today. This is amazing.
Who knew that this is where we were going to go with this conversation?
Wait, so are you suggesting you just take the tab and plant it under the plant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tomato, I know there's other plants too, but tomatoes for sure can thrive off of that.
All right. So once you figure out your digestive issues and you have no need anymore
Leftovers.
for the digest tabs, go ahead and use them for your tomato plants, folks.
Yes. And if you're listening to this and you're just realizing, wait, I take these all the time, they're not helping me. As a functional nutritionist, I do offer free consults. I'll put a link in the in the show notes. So schedule some time with me. Let's talk.
Okay, so I think I've said before that balance was kind of my gateway oil. However, DigestZen was as well because DigestZen, when I first learned about it, I was finding that I would eat something and then I've always had a loud stomach in my mind or what I thought, was normal. And so if my stomach was upset at all, I would put some DigestZen on topically on my stomach and it would work. But what DigestZen did for me was not only take away the stomach upset, it really helped me learn what foods were my triggers. And so there was very specific times that I was applying it. And I figured out that, oh, maybe this food doesn't agree with me. Maybe I don't need to eat this and then I won't need to use the DigestZen. And I will say that that actually worked wonders. I very rarely need to use this anymore, thank goodness. But if I do, it does work really well. But this has a lot of other uses too, because I feel like this works really good for if you get a little bit nauseous on road trips or boats or different things that are movement based. I feel like this does really good for that too.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. And I'll say as well, I love that that is what you got from this. The like it helped you have the ability to listen to your body and figure out what was actually causing the issue. And I think that is so powerful. And for so many people who start doing more and more natural things, whether it is using essential oils, pure essential oils specifically, or it's just cleaning up your diet and not eating processed foods, the more you do unprocessed stuff and do natural stuff, the more in tune with your body you become. And we all benefit when we become more in tune with our body and like really start realizing what's working, what's not, and actually root cause again, like going
Right.
back to that. So I love that you had that experience. And I hope somebody here is listening and realizing, oh, I should give this a try. And like it can truly be life transforming for you.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
Awesome. Well, anything else on DigestZen?
I think that neither of us love the scent of this one, but I think it is very effective. And so I
Yeah.
think that even if you don't regularly have digestive issues, this is a nice one just to have either in your home or in your purse, that if somebody around you has digestive issues, I've shared this oil many times because you're in a situation where somebody's stomach is upset and there's not a lot of options for wherever you are. So this has come in handy for that.
Yeah, I totally agree. And as somebody who works a lot with people with digestive health issues, I've given away a lot of bottles of this oil and it's helped people significantly. So for sure, have it on hand for yourself to share with other people. And if you don't like the smell and taste like me, the soft gels are awesome. So recommend it.
And topically is always an option, and there's
Yeah.
always the bottoms of your feet.
There is. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. We'll have a brand new episode for you next week.
Thanks for tuning in. For more information, you can follow these bottle poppin' ladies at bottlepoppinpodcast.com. Tune in next week to learn about what bottle we're poppin'. Until next time, take care. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This podcast is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.